Hi everyone, Penny Redmond here from Ventura Marketing. We are here today because we're going to talk about 5 steps on creating a logo, but on a shoestring budget. And I got to tell you, when you start a business, and for those that have started a business, you know that every penny counts at the beginning. There are so many expenses, and when you create that financial plan, you've got them all listed. But sometimes what happens is there's costs that you didn't think of. And so today, I'm just offering you something where you might be able to cut a little bit of cost out of there. So then you'd be able to go and spend that money on marketing and developing your business in other ways. So I'm also going to give you these steps that will bring you through a process if you've got a shoestring budget. But even if you decided midway through that, no, you're going to spend the money, do follow the first 4 steps, because it's imperative that you do that so that you can get a logo that really represents who you are and what you want your business to represent. It's really, really important. You're going to live with this for a long time. So I'm going to start showing you some slides and talk through them, and talk through the steps, each step, and explain them a little. So here we are on our first slide, which just sort of reemphasizes what I was talking about earlier, is 5 steps to create a logo on a shoestring budget. Now, our first step is searching out other logos. And I think this is really important that you take a look at logos, not just in your industry, but in everybody's industries. So take a look and see, are there things that you like about them that have caught your eye? Is there a color that you like? Is it the image that you like? Is it a size? Is it because it's legible? Is it because it's identifiable? Is it because it's a simplistic design? Or does it represent the brand well? So write them down on which ones that you like, because you're going to see a pattern. Now, after that, you're going to take a look at your main competitors and what logos they use. And that's going to probably give you another idea on what you like and don't like. So write that down on what you like and don't like, which ones are ones that you like because of color or image or size or whatever it is. Step number 2 is listing your favorite colors. And I know you're probably going to say, are you crazy? You know, we're supposed to know like the psychology of color, and blue means this and yellow means this. And yes, they all do, but the starting point is the colors that you like. And you might find that these colors are ones that just give you think about good memories, or you love wearing those colors, and the colors make you feel good, they make you feel happy. So write down those colors. You can see we're doing a process of elimination, right? I'm sure you already caught on to that. So step number 3 is, how does your avatar respond to color? So avatars is a customer target, all of us know that. And I'm always harp on, every business has to know to the nth degree who their customer target is. And it's not just demographics, it's psychographics. And I preach this a lot because in the digital world, those psychographics is going to really drive a lot of information that you're going to be sending out to your customers, and that they like, and that they think of, and that they can relate to. But they also relate to colors. So when you're developing your logo, you can take a look at that customer avatar. And by the way, in the blog notes, you'll see that there is a link where you can just link in and get an avatar form, which will show you, just you have to fill it out, and there's the demographics and the psychographics that are part of that. But go really deep into those psychographics. I really encourage you to do that, because it's going to flag out a lot of information for you, not only for your logo, but definitely what you're going to be marketing towards that person in the future. So do that work up now, when you're doing your logo, because it's done and you're going to go back to it later on for other purposes. So it's worth your time and effort. So, but list on what colors do they respond to. Like you've looked at your competitors, maybe they nailed it. They knew what the customer avatar's colors are, but maybe they didn't. So really get into the heads of that customer and really know what they're going to respond to. Now, I've given an example in the blog about people that are an obvious one, that if you are a person that believes in preserving the world, and then obviously green is going to be a color that probably they would relate to. Blue might be a color that they would relate to as well. So just think that one through. Step number 4 is ruling out colors. So now you've done all that work where you've gathered the listed, logos that you've liked and what images you like, what colors you like, what colors your customer likes. And now you're going to go and say, okay, these colors just aren't going to work. So because you're going to have a lot of colors in each of those lists, and some of those colors are not going to work for each other. So just take a look at those and see what works with, what colors can you combine together. You may need 3 colors or 4 colors, or you may decide only to take 2 colors. But just going through this process, it'll bring you to a point where you know what colors they should be. So you've got all that information and you're lined up. So you really probably have a pretty good idea what your logo should kind of look like. And so the next step is just being able to get it created. And there are low-cost design alternatives that are out there. I'm going to give you 3 of them. There's 2 that I have personally used, and the third one I have not used, but I can tell you I know people that have and have been very, very happy with the outcome. So the first low cost is Fiverr.com. This is a company that is on the net. You may be familiar with it. It is a company that offers all kinds of amazing services that are at a value price. It's people around the world that offer their services. And for this specific challenge that you have to create a logo, you would literally just key in the search that you want a logo design. You go through, there's specific graphic artists that are listed on there, and they're graded nicely so that you can tell if they worked a lot on certain projects, and they will show you examples of projects that they've done. So then you can be able to pick a designer that probably fits what your expectations are for a logo. So they are value priced, like I said, so you can also check that out, because you may find if you have a certain budget, you may have to gravitate to one designer that is at the right price for you. Now, just as a heads up on Fiverr is that you may choose a designer that is in a different time zone than you. So that will take longer. So if you've got a 12-hour difference in time zone, that means it's going to take at least a day longer, because every time you make a change, it's going to mean that it's going to take another day to get it fixed. So I did one where it took me 5 days to get my logo done, but I got one done that I'm super happy with. So take a look at Fiverr and see what you can see there and see the prices and if they suit your budget. The second option is Canva, and Canva is found obviously on the web. It's canva.com. And it is an amazing software program that you can use. It is free if you use certain elements. You can upgrade to a paid level for other elements, but you should be able to create a logo on it without much of a problem. Now, Canva is it's like an Adobe Illustrator, but it's not an Adobe Illustrator. It is much, much easier. And because it's easier, then it means your learning curve is a lot shorter in how to use it. Now, if you know how to use Canva, great, you are on your way. You take those first 4 steps and you start playing around with it. If you don't know Canva, the learning curve is a little bit longer, so you just have to allow for that. But maybe you also know a digital marketer that uses Canva. There's a lot of us out there that use Canva on a daily basis. And you know what? Your friend might just help you out on this. If you gave them the first 4 steps, they probably could come up with a design for you that you would be quite happy with. So take a look at Canva and see what it can do for you. The third low-cost option is graphic designer students. And that student might be trying to get into a school and they require a portfolio to show their work. Or it could be a student that's in a graphic design school already, but they also have projects that they've got to do, and it's a great opportunity for them to show off what they can create. Now, if you know a student, that's absolutely wonderful. You're going to get a nice fresh design. You give them the first 4 steps so they understand exactly what you're looking for. And if they know what you're looking for, then it'll give them a little bit of a better understanding of where you want to go. My suggestion is students can take a long time to do projects, so it's best to decide on how to pay them probably by project, not by time. And as well as just to go over with them with an understanding of when you pay for a design, they probably already know, but it's worth mentioning that you own the copyright and they can certainly offer it in their portfolio, but really you are the owner of that design because you paid for it. I'm sure you can say that in a very nice way, but you just have to make sure that you're covered. For you to be, both of you really understand the term of this business arrangement. And so you've got these 3 low-cost options that are really good. And like I said, I've used Fiverr, I've used Canva. In fact, one logo I created on Canva, and then I sent it to a designer in Fiverr just to do some things to it that I felt as though I just couldn't do. I just wanted another opinion. So these options are certainly very viable. So I'm hoping that the 4 steps that you take will lead you to have an understanding of exactly what your expectations are, what you want for your brand, and then these options will get you there. So I'm hoping that you're going to have a magnificent logo and a logo that you'll be happy with for years.